Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's Shane the Hallowed Heathen here, and today is going to be a fun freaking day, and here's why, okay? Because I'm going to start this video by putting myself on blast. I apologize if I'm sweaty. I apologize if I'm a little bit in a disarray. I just finished, once again, my second gym session of the day, and feeling great, feeling pumped. I did pull day, which, again, I will explain. And it's got me pumped, man. It's got me feeling great. It's got me out of breath. It's got me sweaty, but it's got me on top of the world. So I am starting this video once again by putting myself on blast. So as I look at my videos and review them, which I always do, but I definitely shouldn't, but I do it as a way to ensure that I'm providing you guys with the highest quality video and the highest quality content possible. As I reviewed my last video, my last Earn Your Glory series installment, I realized that I was so excited for the video and so excited for my two youngest sons to be in it and so excited for them to have a part and take part and, you know, them being excited in turn, that I honestly snaked you guys now a total of 3 times. So I'm going to start this video before I get into my subject matter. I'm going to start this video by correcting those snakings, if you will. So now the last snaking will be corrected at the end of the video, so stay tuned. So my first snaking was, I told you guys that I had snaked you, and I told you guys I was working on it twice a day, when in actuality it's 3 times a day. Well, if you watched my last video, I explained my first 2 sessions, but completely neglected the third. So, the way my program is working, okay, is I am getting up early in the morning. I'm doing cardio and abs. As I said, I'm doing 45 minutes to an hour of cardio, and then I'm doing 15 to 20 minutes of abs, right? That is session number 1. That's early in the morning, and that is fasted cardio, by the way. I have not eaten before then. After that, what I'm doing is I'm starting my day, and I'm starting the grind. I'm getting to work and making that money, right? My second gym session takes place about 4:30, 5 o'clock at night. And when the gym's open, it'll be the same time, but it'll actually be in the gym. And by that time, I'll have a camera, I'll have editing software, and we can make some fun freaking videos. I'm even planning on getting a drone, so it's going to be great. Anyway, so second gym session of the day is about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and that's when I do my actual weighted training that focuses on the muscle, the muscular growth, and that overall pump we also desperately chase, right? So that's gym session number 2. Gym session number 3 is not really a gym session, but it's still a gym session, so to speak. As I told you guys at the first of this entire channel, the very, very beginning of this entire channel, my entire existence here on YouTube, is I told you guys that I was going to be doing something called feeders, which is something I got from Rich Piana, who is indeed, in fact, one of my idols. He is, to me, a hugely influential figure in my life. He's shown me both what to do, what not to do. He's also inspired me more times than I can count and pulled me out of a lot of dark places, right? Just by his sheer presence and his sheer word, right? So that's saying something huge, and that's what I hope to accomplish myself. Now, am I going to get to that level? No, maybe, I don't know. But I definitely hope I do. I definitely hope I have that same kind of impact. And if I could start the same kind of revolution, man, that would be absolutely incredible, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, anyways, the third session of the day is right before I go to bed, and I'm doing something called feeders, which, as you guys know, is a very, very quick, very, very simple type of workout. We're starting with arms for the first 90 days, and then we're switching from arms to shoulders. Now, I might extend it past 90 days. I might do 180 just to really allow myself to actually be in a gym setting and see how this actually reacts, not just doing my my stuff at home, on my home gym, and sorry, I apologize, I have like a hanger or something right there, that's gross. Anyways, instead of just doing stuff at home on my home gym and on the limited equipment I have, I want to see what the full result would be in an actual gym setting with that kind of as the cherry on top, right? So with feeders, what I'm doing, as I'm doing that as my third workout, that's right before I go to bed. Reason why it's right before I go to bed is because that way I'm going to bed with a pump. I'm going to bed with the mindset and the thought of muscle in my mind, hopefully helping to advance that mind-muscle connection and ultimately advance the growth and the overall process, right? And what feeders are is you're doing a very, very, it's almost like a superset where you're switching from one workout to another, and what your whole goal is to pump as much blood into that muscle as possible and get those things just burning and fucking huge, right? I apologize. I told you guys I wouldn't swear, but I'm having a hard time. Scratch that. Anyways, get them freaking huge, right? So what we're doing is for my first 90, or in this case 180 days of feeders, I am doing hammer curls. And hammer curls, I'm doing 50 per arm simultaneously. So I'm doing both arms at the same time. I'm pumping them at 50, and I'm using a 15-pound dumbbell. I know that sounds weak, but I promise you, after you're done with these, your arms are going to be swollen, they're going to be sore, and those things are going to be on fire as if you just injected liquid fire into your veins, right? So I do 50 hammer curls, and then from there I instantly lay down and go on my back, and I do 50 skull crushers, right? Again, dumbbells, same kind of thing, to the side of the head, and I'm extending all the way up, and I'm just pumping those things out 50, once again, per arm. That's not 50 total, it's 50 per arm, right? So again, and then from there I go directly into the hammer curls again, directly into skull crushers. I do this total of 3 times, right? So 3 different sets, non-stop, constantly go, 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 go. By the time you're done, you're swollen, you're inflamed, you're hurting, you got fire in your muscles, man. It just feels amazing. You go to bed super sore, and your muscles just are pumped beyond belief. So that's my third gym session, right? The other area I snaked you in, as I mentioned on my last video, that I was doing a push-pull split. I told you guys I'd explain that. Never did, right? So what a push-pull split is, for those of you who don't know, is it's working out, well, what I'm doing, I'm working out 6 days a week, right? And the way I'm splitting them up is on day 1, I'll do a push, a push workout, which essentially is all pushing muscles. So like, chest, triceps, and some shoulders, right? Day 2 is a pulling day, which is going to be back and biceps, right? Day 3 is a leg day. So that's entirely legs. If I want to segregate them and just do quads or just do hams, I definitely can, but it's going to be entirely legs, and I try to get the full leg in one workout. So all aspects of that, quad, hammy, glutes, calves. Sometimes I'll split them up, really depends on how I'm feeling. And just kind of dial in on one particular muscle, but third day is legs. Fourth day is a repeat, starts the whole cycle over again. So fourth day is going to be push, and then fifth day is going to be pull, sixth day is going to be legs, and then the seventh day is going to be rest. Now, during that, mind you, I am doing cardio and abs in the morning as well as feeders at night. So I'm doing 2 other sessions that are really working my body, but I'm really using that split to really dial in, right? And that's going to give me, in my opinion, the maximal results, the maximal gains, and allow my body to really have that cutting edge. And overall, it allows my body to have rest, enough to recover, but not enough rest to be stunting my growth or stunting my gains, right? So that's my correction for snake number 2. Snake number 3 will come at the end of this video. Before I get into snake number 3, I just want to cover my content real quick. So today's subject, as you guys read in the title, is going to be sacrifice, right? When it comes to achieving success, when it comes to accomplishing your goals, accomplishing your dreams, living your dream, living your life, there has to be a certain amount of sacrifice, right? And you have to be willing to sacrifice. What you have to ask yourself is, how much are you willing to sacrifice? How far are you willing to go to accomplish what you want? Now, with that being said, being willing to sacrifice is all well and good, but you have to do it intelligently, right? If you're going to sacrifice, if you're going to give your all to something, there has to be a return. You have to be getting something in return. You have to be able to measure, your success and measure what you're getting back, right? Because otherwise you're just giving, and you're not going anywhere, which is essentially wasting your time, which means you're either doing something wrong, or maybe harsh reality, maybe it's just not meant to be, in which case maybe you need to change your focus, or maybe you just need to work freaking harder, right? So with that being said, sacrifice is all well and good, but you have to be able to measure your accomplishments, you have to be able to measure success, and you have to ensure you're getting something back. I can say all day long, I'm willing to sacrifice everything for what I want, but if I'm not getting anything in return, then all I'm doing is screwing up my life, screwing up my path, and wasting my time. I have to be able to get something back in return, right? The idea is you're supposed to get back what you put in. If I'm putting in everything and not getting anything or very, very little in return, then maybe I'm doing it wrong, or maybe I'm just not cut out for it, which is, again, hard to realize. I'm not saying that you guys can't accomplish what you want. All I'm saying is be realistic in your approach and be able to make self-realizations in order to either get better or in order to change your direction, make a change in life, and then ultimately improve, right? So be willing to, again, dig deep and self-realize and realize what you are and aren't capable of, and be willing to either make yourself capable of it or be willing to, take a smarter, better approach or shift directions, right? So again, you have to be willing to sacrifice, but you have to be willing to sacrifice within reason. So before you start any journey, sit down and ask yourself, how far are you willing to take it? How much are you willing to sacrifice in order to get what you want? And for me personally, man, the answer is easy. I'm willing to sacrifice life and limb. I'm honestly literally willing to sacrifice anything to accomplish what I want, which is a great mindset, in my opinion, to have, and a great way to approach things, is being willing to sacrifice anything for what you want, as long as you're getting something in return. Now, with that being said, there is only one parameter set for my sacrificing, right? There's only one thing I am completely unwilling to sacrifice, and that is the livelihood, the well-being, or overall my family, my wife, my relationship, my marriage, my kids, right? I am not willing to sacrifice my family. Now, I am willing to sacrifice some time with my family in pursuit of a much larger goal in order to better everybody else's life, my life included, and be able to advance us even that much further, right? But me, my mentality, being a father, being a man, being the man of the household, I have to be willing to put my family and their needs first. So yes, I will be able to sacrifice some time. I'll be able to sacrifice certain things within my family, but I will not, under any circumstances, sacrifice my family, right? They are number one. They will always come first. My wife, my marriage will always come first before anything, followed by my kids and my family, right? That's how things in my mind should work. You as the man, you as the parent, you as the adult, whatever you want to classify yourself as, right? After you're a parent, you have to put your family first. Your job, especially me as a man, my job is to take care of my family, provide for them, and make sure they don't need or want for everything. Make sure they're happy, make sure they're healthy, make sure they're safe, right? That is my main objective. So yes, I am willing to sacrifice literally anything, life and limb included, my life. The only thing I'm not willing to sacrifice is my family. There are sacrifices going to be made that involve my family, but not my family. If my family starts to suffer, I am taking it too far. I need to either scale back or take a smarter approach. That's how it works. So, that being said, kind of one of the things I want to mention, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because, again, getting back to my favorite subject, the Vikings, their entire culture, man, from front to back, really had a mindset they are willing to sacrifice anything and do whatever it takes in order to accomplish what they want. Their gods themselves were willing to sacrifice anything to obtain what they wanted. Odin sacrificed his eye for knowledge. Thor actually sacrificed his life in the idea of the preservation of the world and of mankind and allowing life to flourish and continue as we know it, right? He is the great protector of the world. He was a great protector of Earth. He was the great protector of our entire realm. And he was willing to sacrifice life and limb in order to, again, allow life to continue as life continues, and allow it to flourish, and allow us to preserve ourselves as mankind. Which, again, I realize it's mythology, but at the same time, there's a lot to be said there, right? Their gods, their ultimate beings, were willing to sacrifice whatever it takes in order to accomplish, in order to achieve, in order to maintain what they had. Which, to me, again, is an incredible mindset. So, with that being said, that was my subject. Very, very short subject. I spent a lot of time making up for my failures. But again, failure is part of success, right? You have to be able to self-realize. You have to be able to recognize your failure. You have to be able to improve and move on. So, the last of my item of business is me correcting my third and final snake. So, I mentioned early on, okay, that I had, not early on, I guess I mentioned a couple videos ago that I had actually bought my wife a new car, and now my family was better off. But again, I made the same mistake and I did not show you guys the car. So right now, as we speak, I am sitting in my wife's new car. As you can see, it is a family car. You have car seats. It's got plenty of room for everybody, and it's actually fairly freaking nice. So what this car is this car is a 2007 Chevy Suburban, and I know that doesn't seem special, but to me it is special because it's super, super nice, insanely reliable, and my wife and my family could not be happier, which to me means the world. So I'm gonna take you guys on a quick walk around the car, show you guys the car, and then, as always, we'll be out. So without further ado, let's do this. Oh, inside. So you guys already saw the back. Here is the front with the wood paneling and just looking super immaculate, super incredible. And this car is my favorite color, which is white. Well, white and purple. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you guys on a walk around. So let's start with the back here. There you go. Okay, there you go. Sorry, my camera's not very wide, so you can't see a hell of a lot. There she is, man. That is my wife's new Suburban. She is super nice. She's super immaculate. So now we have my wife's Suburban. We have my car, which is my TT. And just to be, funny, we have, so hold on. We have my TT, which again, my TT, wife's Suburban. Both of them look amazing, immaculate together in the sunshine in this gorgeous Utah day in my driveway. And then, because my brother lives with me, we have his little POS. Yes, yes, yes. This, in fact, boys, is a very, very rare, very, very immaculate Honda Civic. I don't know what year, but as you can see, it is legitimately a POS. It is my brother's, but I love him, I tease him. He knows I'm giving him crap because, car is a car. Getting to point A to point B and be able to actually work and be productive and accomplish your goals is what's most important. So, to Corey, keep grinding, keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep pushing the envelope and keep just busting your butt. You will get there, I promise. Anyways, if y'all got something from this, as always, smash that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, comment, share, all that good jazz. And again, thank you all for your support. Love you all. Have an excellent day. I'm out.